Please welcome your host for F175 Live, Mr. Jack Whitehall!
Hello! I'm Jack Whitehall, coming to you live from the O2 Arena for F175 across the globe. And good evening, London! What a privilege it is to host this world-exclusive event, a grand reveal of all the F1 team's new liveries. I say new, it turns out most of them haven't actually changed, but we booked Machine Gun Kelly and we didn't want to lose the deposit on the venue, so the show goes on! That is when you know your sport is ridiculously minted, when you book the O2 for an event to announce the colour of a load of cars that are all exactly the same as last season. And we are also joined tonight by some of the biggest names in Formula One, like our reigning world champion. Yes, he is so excited to be here right now. Some drivers just want to drive, not this guy. Oh yeah. Give it up for Max Verstappen. There he is. Cheer up, Max. It could have been worse. We didn't sit you next to George Russell. Where is George? Have you two kissed and made up yet? I'm absolutely loving this beef, by the way. But seriously, how could anyone beef with George Russell? He's the nicest guy ever. Yeah. If George Russell wasn't driving race cars, he'd be on TikTok with a GoPro on his head, wheezing over trains. Big things coming from George this season. Now he's the main man at Mercedes. George is, of course, as well, the second sexiest man ever to come out of King's Lynn. Oh yes, Martin Brundle is in the house. Oh. And guys, from one legend to another, we are also in the presence of a 7-time world champion, a man that is always the center of attention. Oh yeah. There he is. Always the center of attention, whether he is careering round the track or peacocking through the paddock dressed like a Fortnite character. Lewis Hamilton! Lewis, of course, on the Ferrari table tonight. Yes. Pray for Toto. It's everyone's worst nightmare, your partner of 10 years running off with an Italian stallion. We're going to be seeing Lewis in the red of Ferrari for the first time ever this evening. What a moment that is going to be. Toto, I hope you've changed your eyeballs to wets. We also have Lewis's Ferrari teammate, the most handsome man on the grid. There he is. Yes. It's the man my fiancé imagines when we make love. Hell, it's the guy I imagine when me and my fiancé make love. It's Charles Leclerc! What a year Charles had. Winner at Monza, winner at Monaco, and runner-up in that lookalike competition for Timothée Chalamet. And on the subject of debonair F1 sex symbols, where is my favourite team principal, James Vowles? Oh! I love James Vowles. Have we got any other Vowel heads in the room? He's going big tonight, James Vowles. I saw him earlier at the bar necking shots of espresso, decaf, on a Tuesday. Honestly, he's hosting the after party if anyone's keen. Who's up for a James Vowles freak-off? We also have McLaren boss Zach Brown. Where's Zach Brown? Yes. The man who gets a tattoo every time one of his drivers wins a Grand Prix. That felt like such a good idea when you were bang average. The rate you're winning now, Zach's going to turn up to this next year looking like Post Malone. Zach is going to be up here later on this evening unveiling McLaren's new livery and a tramp stamp he got of the Constructors' Trophy. Right, on that lovely image, let's get on with this star-studded extravaganza.
Is a liver.
Sorry, I just got lost in Charles Leclerc's eyes. You can't look at me, honestly. Just look somewhere else. Okay, sorry, I'm a bit flustered now. I had some questions somewhere. I'll just have to riff it. I've got some quick fire questions as a slightly newer F1 fan that I'm just going to fire at you.
Go ahead.
A lot of chat about engines, but talk to me about F1 cars' boot space.
Come on, Jack.
No? That's a serious question. I'm
Move on.
thinking of investing in a family car. Okay.
Move on.
Right. The team radios, can they ever switch them off and just put on a podcast?
No, sorry.
What, so they've just got to raw dog it for 52 laps?
Yeah.
Guys, we've got so many amazing celebrity guests in the house. We've got singers here tonight. We've got actors. We've even got other Netflix stars. I think I saw Tiger King's Joe Exotic sat at one of the tables. That's so exciting. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a selfie with him later. But guys, there's only one man I'm looking to talk to tonight, and it's this man here, Mr. Lando Norris. Lando, so close last season. Is this going to be your year?
Yeah. It wasn't that close, to be honest. Max had it. But I hope so. I'm working hard. The team are working hard. The team did an amazing job last year. So if we can start the season like we ended, then yes. The answer is yes.
And looking back on last season, is there anything with hindsight that you would have done differently?
No, honestly, no. I did the best I could in every situation. I've learned. Did I do a good enough job? No. It's a simple answer. So took it on the chin and make sure I give a better fight this season.
Have you talked about what the forfeit is that Zach's going to do? If you win the Drivers' Championship and they win the Constructors' Championship, he said he's not doing any more tattoos. He's done the mohawk. What is next? Maybe a cheeky nipple piercing or something? No? We can agree to it tonight. We don't have to agree to it now. Maybe after a few more glasses of champagne, we'll come up with the best idea. I want to know what happens with an F1 driver in the off-season. Now, what you get up to, other than obviously taking the odd supercar into quick fit. Is it hard with all of those Drive to Survive cameras in your face all the time to probably chill out? Were you able to Netflix and Jill?
I did, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I made the most of it.
Please do not swear.
That's not a swear word. I did, no, I made the most of it. I think everyone deserves a good off-season, so I spent some time with my family, my friends. Yeah, a bit of Netflix and chill. So no, I did it all, and excited to get back in the car now.
Amazing. Well, best of luck for next season. Give it up for Lando Norris! Next up, the Red Bull sister team that's had more name changes than Cheryl Cole. Finally, this year, they've settled on one. I say one, technically 5, and a really catchy acronym. The Visa Cash Out Racing Bulls. Can't wait for them to change the name again next year. Thank you, Mercedes. I'm down here with more of our celebrity fans. Look, it's Scottish Mary Berry Gordon Ramsay! Yes! Of course you're here. You love a corporate freebie. This guy's worse than Salt Bay. Gordon, I have a very serious question, and it's a serious subject. I want to talk to you about the F1 swearing ban. How important do you think it is as role models not to turn the airwaves blue with coarse language? Be very careful how you answer this, because you're on the headmaster's table.
Come on, Jack, you're going to get me into trouble. Listen, I think it's a industry language, the fact that these athletes are pushed themselves to the extreme. So sometimes if it comes out, let them be real. Let it go. Come on. They are risking their life every time. They're traveling over 200 miles an hour. So if the
Please! Right. You're not getting asked back next year. Gordon, okay, well, it's lovely to see you. And I don't know what you're doing afterwards, but me and Flavio Briatore have a table at Jamie's Italian, if you're keen. The pasta is unbelievable. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce a very special moment for a very special team who have been a mainstay of Formula One since its inception. Before I introduce them, I need a quick livery change of my own. Box, box. Where do you think you're sticking that? Shoot. Right, I'm now ready to introduce the next bit. Any Mercedes fans? Might be a time to pop for a drink. And that is it for the first ever F1 season opener. Don't forget, Melbourne is the first race weekend and the countdown starts now. Good luck to all the teams. Good night!